to understand there's a gift that keeps on giving, and the gift of salvation that does not expire and does not wear out, and you don't have to return it at the store to get better size.
Right. And no one can ever take it away from you.
In all of the good times and even the trials, through tears and through laughter, yeah, I know that I'll smile when I think of you. Smile for the things you do. Smile, God gave me you. You are the reason I smile. Yeah.
This is Behind Our Smiles.
Pursuing connection,
And finding joy.
even in the struggle.
And welcome back to the Behind Our Smiles Marriage Podcast. Merry Christmas. If it's after Christmas, Happy New Year. We are Joe and Tara Buchanan. We're so glad to be hanging out with you.
Yeah, thanks for listening to us all December.
And we do hope you're having a great December. And if it's awesome, man, we're celebrating with you. If it's not so great, we just wanted to remind you that you're not alone. And we hope that you experience the closeness of Jesus as we celebrate his birth. But Tara, you've had a crazy December. How has it felt for you, especially as it pertains to Christmas?
It was a little less stressful than usual. I planned ahead a little bit more than usual, so I reaped the rewards of that, of not being a crazy person in the last few days up to Christmas. But mostly, I had the opportunity for the first time to travel during December, which is not always a good idea because it can add more to your schedule. But a friend of mine was celebrating a 50th birthday, and she asked me to go to Florida with her.
Wow.
So I love the warm weather, and I love the sun. The beach was beautiful, but there was a weird feeling being in the heat and in Florida in Christmas time. So we were enjoying our time, but the Christmas music and the decorations didn't seem to go. It was almost a little bit uncomfortable. Like, you can't sing Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow when you're in Florida. It doesn't go.
Did they have a lot of Christmas music playing?
Yes.
Like it was,
and there was decorations, and you weren't really getting in the mood for Christmas when you're in Florida.
They didn't omit Let It Snow or I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas.
If you live in Florida or any place with a warm weather climate year round, I don't understand how that works. I would love to hear how it works, because the seasonal change is such a big part of my life, is that season shift of the cold. But it was a wild experience, and I really enjoyed it.
And maybe it's because we are so used to that seasonal change. That's what plays into it. But I also wonder if and maybe I should just go and research this, but maybe the historical backing of I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas came out of
European countries that
a different
had
place that doesn't necessarily get snow.
Have winter. But it did remind me of the episode that we did at that time period in 168, that when the feelings don't match the setting, like I'm supposed to be joyful here and I'm not, or I'm supposed to be feeling this way and I'm not. And I kind of experienced that in a different way, going, I'm supposed to be feeling Christmassy, and the ladies and I that were together, it's Christmas. We're we're not feeling it. We're just not feeling it. Now, granted, we were feeling nice in terms of warm weather and time to relax, but sometimes our lives have those moments where we're not feeling this thing we're supposed to feel in this moment, and it's a hard thing to kind of work through to accept that.
Do you feel like that trip to Florida relaxed you a little bit in the Christmas season, or did it actually cause more stress because of the things you have to do?
I was torn about that quite a bit. I'm what's the risk to reward ratio, or risk to reward ratio? That's why I kind of got started early. I'm if I want to sit down and relax for a few days and truly enjoy a trip, I have to kind of get my brain in order. And I came back, I felt well rested. Then it's we got Christmas coming really soon. But it was very, very wonderful. And then I came back from my trip, and only a couple of days later, we had another major set of family news to keep everything crazy. Things
got wild. So you came back on a Thursday. That Saturday, our 18-year-old Jeremiah asked his girlfriend Evangeline to be his wife. He proposed to her.
Yes, and we knew
she said yes.
We knew this was coming. We weren't sure on the exact timing, but at this point, because we knew it was coming, it was let's just get this over with, because we were so excited and we want to see this happen. And I'm sure they felt that way times 1,000.
Well, and I think Jeremiah didn't want to do it while you were in Florida, I think was part of it. And then after you got back, that's when the timing got really solidified, because he said, hey, I'm going to ask her on Saturday. We're this Saturday? In a couple of days, in a couple of hours?
Well, it's like you mentioned in our other episodes that the Christmas season can amplify and magnify the feeling. So if you are struggling, it can feel worse. But if you are celebrating, the celebration can feel bigger. And I think for Evangeline having a new ring to share at the holidays is a joyfulness and something so much we can celebrate. You're seeing family, you're seeing maybe even family you don't normally see. So we are super excited for them and for the year to come.
And it was so cool. It was like with Steve and Anna, our oldest son, when he was engaged a year ago.
Yep, but
and
like this is all deja vu now.
Yeah, but watching their pure excitement and seeing them, probably like Jeremiah, maybe the most excited I've ever seen him. It was really a very cool and rewarding experience.
And there's that question for every young man who proposes around Christmas. Does he have to get her a Christmas gift as well, or does the ring pretty much cover it?
I think that's another one of those trick questions. No, absolutely, he needs to get her a Christmas gift.
I think he's getting something small for her. But at this point, I know when I was that, we didn't get engaged at Christmas, but the ring is what I would like. It does top all. It is a lifelong gift that will last for a long, long time, unlike anything else you can get. So I know that this Christmas is going to be really, really great with seeing all of our kids, couple bonus daughters, which I absolutely love having more girls in the house. This is like a delayed answer to prayer when I asked the Lord for more daughters. So I am very excited to have us all together and celebrating all that God's done in our life this past year.
And there are aspects of like we share our kids now.
It's complicated, yes. So, complicated is the word, but we're leaning into it and we're going to be grateful. I mean, it really is. It's gratitude for what we have and letting all the details just play out as they are.
And even though things, especially on the surface, look great, and if you look down below, they really are great. God's been really good to us. But there's still, because there's trauma in all of our background somewhere, it can make the Christmas season complicated. And even when it should be, everything's pointing to the fact that it should be all wonderful, it can still stir up some things. And so if you're dealing with that, just wanted to encourage you for a moment, remind you, number one, that you're not alone. And when I'm experiencing that, to put my focus back on Jesus to the best of my ability and realize what we're really celebrating, the experience of God becoming a man and doing that for us, because his secret ambition, if you will, the whole plan was to take our place on the cross. And so when I'm able to do that, and I'm not perfect at it, but when I'm able to do that, it does help Christmas become a little less complicated. And that's our prayer for you.
Well, and regardless of what gifts you are receiving or giving that you're excited about, to understand there's a gift that keeps on giving, and the gift of salvation that does not expire and does not wear out, and you don't have to return it at the store to get the better size.
Right. And no one can ever take it away from you.
Yes, it's the gift that keeps on giving.
If you'd like someone just to pray for you this Christmas season, maybe you're experiencing something you haven't even really shared with anybody else, you can drop us a line anytime, and you don't have to share any details you don't want to share. God already knows. Just, Joe and Tara, I need prayer. That's perfect. Tara, T-A-R-A, at BehindOurSmiles.com. But we hope you and your family will have, or have had a wonderful Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Behind Our Smiles is a Wow God production. Discover more at wowgod.com.